Brandon Lang standing by right now. 2018 NFL week number 4. And here we go. Brandon, good morning. How are you?
We got to start with college, though. I got to ask Brandon.
I will get into that.
I know you want to know about Penn State, Ohio State. That's the game that everybody wants to know about, right?
Hold on one second. Hold on. Central New York, man. Syracuse is getting 21 points against Clemson. Are we legit or are we pretenders?
What do you think?
Wow. Over the total. They're going to score.
Yeah, that was what I said last night. If I'm taking this game, I'm taking the over.
And how about the change in quarterback? And then the senior for Clemson walked.
Well, you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I guess.
The second that it happened, and Dabo knew it. And if you listen to his interview afterwards, he did everything he's supposed to do, as far as say what a great kid he was. We're going to miss him. Somebody's going to get a great kid, and he probably is a great kid, but it just goes to show you the state of college football, that at the end of the day, these kids are so coddled and so enabled that when somebody beats you out, well, I'm just going to take my ball and walk off the playground and go someplace else. And give a credit to Baker Mayfield, because what people don't realize about Baker Mayfield real quick is that when he was at Texas Tech as a freshman, he went 5-0 and got hurt. And in came this quarterback who just took the world on fire, and they didn't renew his scholarship. They just said, we don't need you, so go. And Baker Mayfield said, okay, that's the way it's going to be. I'll walk on at Oklahoma and go win the Heisman Trophy. Now, here's the answer to the Twitter question. Who was that quarterback that sent Baker Mayfield on his way?
I don't know. Who was it?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, maybe a good decision.
So think about the fact that Baker Mayfield beat out Patrick Mahomes, got the starting job, got hurt, Mahomes steps in. I think the state of college football now is that quarterback Bryant just says, I'm not going to stay here and battle. I'm just going to go where I'm going to go, because that's kind of the way it is. So it's amazing. But at the end of the day, give Dabo credit for having the cojones to say this guy gives us the best chance to win, and that's what I'm going to do. So you know what? Coaches got to make tough decisions, and Dabo once again showed he's willing to make the tough ones.
How well will Syracuse play? I mean, how good is Syracuse this year? I mean,
well, we're going to find out, because you can't take Western Michigan, you can't take Florida State, because the down year for the Seminoles and things aren't going well for Willie Taggart. You're going to find out now. I want to see their defense go down there and play well. I just don't know if they can, simply because of what Western Michigan did against them.
Yeah.
And this is a monster revenge spot. Now, with that being said, Houston's 3-0 against the spread and 5-1 their last 6 as a road dog. So I tend to think that they're going to play well. I think that's a big number. And they've covered 3 of the last 4 in the series. So the numbers certainly support Syracuse. We're going to find out how real they are. But right now, I don't think you can doubt them from the standpoint that they're covering numbers in front of them, and they're getting better. They're getting better, and they got a lot of momentum. So, and I think, listen, we're going to find out how good Clemson is, because they haven't played anybody really this year either, and they struggled at Texas A&M, as we saw a few weeks ago.
All right, Kathy in Rome, of course, she's batting the house this weekend and wants to know on Michigan State. Kathy, you're on the radio. Good morning. I'm with Brandon Lang.
Hi, Brandon. Hey, I'm just wondering.
Best, Kathy.
Of course, we're big Dolphin fans here, and they're really on a roll. Do you think they can hang on and have a good season?
All right, I'm gonna hang up on you, Kathy, and let Brandon answer that. Go ahead.
Kathy, first of all, congratulations on your Michigan State Spartans for a monster win at Indiana when they went in there and took care of business. And it looks like they got a little mojo going. As far as the Dolphins are concerned, they're going to a place in Foxborough where they have no covers in their last 6 games in Foxborough and no straight-up wins against the Patriots since 2008. So it's certainly a bad spot for them. But that being said, I don't think they win this week, because Belichick off a loss is just a monster. But I do think they're doing a lot of good things. I do think they're heading in the right direction, and I do think your Dolphins may have a chance to sneak into the playoffs as long as they continue to play well. And Ryan Tannehill stays healthy.
Do you think that they've got more of a chance because New England's not playing as well, or because Dolphins are playing better? Because really, they're 3-0, but their performance isn't really indicative of that.
I think right now it's a case of both. But I said last year on your show, and you guys can pull it up and find it, I said this was it for New England. I said that there's something severely wrong within that organization, and something's not right. With this new book that came out on Belichick and Brady and the riff and this and that, the run's over. I said it before. You can't win.
God, I hope so.
They've won for as long as they've won.
Yeah.
and just keep it going with salary cap. Give Belichick credit, but eventually it's finally going to catch up to you, and I think it has.
Brandon, what do you mean it's over? They don't make the playoffs? Because I'd bet right now they make the playoffs. I don't care if they go 1-4. They'll find a way to get in at 9-7, 10-6. You saying no more Super Bowls?
No more Super Bowls.
No more Super Bowls.
No more Super Bowls. I think they're done. As crazy as that sounds.
I think you're right about that.
Remember how long they went before they won? They went like 7-8 years before they won one.
Yeah.
So I think that's drought. I think Belichick. Listen. Credit to Bill Belichick, but it's time, Bill. Take the hoodie right off in the sun.
God, let's hope so. Tonight's game, Minnesota at the Rams. What do you think?
I don't think you can put your money on Minnesota in this game.
Really?
Listen to me. You start losing outright as a double-digit favorite at home, and on a short week got to travel out to the West Coast against a defense that is playing as well as any defense in the NFL, and you can't protect Kirk Cousins against the Buffalo Bills. How are you going to protect Kirk Cousins against the LA Rams, who all they've done this year is win and cover every single game? I talk all the time on your show, there's right side to games and wrong side to games. And in this game tonight, the clear right side of this game is the Rams -7, buy down to 6.5, only because you force a team to go on the road. In the history of the NFL Thursday night game, teams in West to play tonight are 0-12 straight up. Bad spot for the Minnesota Vikings.
You cut out there. That was teams who travel west to play Thursday night are 0-12?
0-12 in the history of Thursday night games.
Whoa.
All right, I have
got a big mountain.
Bills at Green Bay. Did the Bills click over the weekend, or did they just have a wonderful moment?
I think they clicked. Clicked. Josh Allen clicked. They beat a really good football team, and I just don't believe in the Green Bay Packers. I don't. I've said it before. They're on a 6-game spread. They're on a 6-game skid, 0-6 against the spread, going back to 2017.
Wow.
I do like the game over the posted total because I think Buffalo offensively is going to have some success against Green Bay, and conversely, Aaron Rodgers is going to score points at home. I like the over. I would drink the Buffalo Bills Kool-Aid this week just because of the win.
Wow. I got to tell you, Josh Allen is going to be a star. He made some heroic moves on Sunday, and that won the hurdle. Okay, you got to stop him from doing that now. It's like, that's cool.
Yeah.
You show us what you got.
More.
Don't do that ever again, though. I mean, this guy is unbelievably athletic, and his accuracy is beginning to start to click.
Big arm, really big arm. And I said it before. And I said, listen, I said at the beginning of the season on your show, I said, put him in there and let him go. And I used the Troy Aikman reference. That Troy Aikman went 1-15 his rookie year and took his lumps and became a Hall of Famer. In this day and age, throw him in there. Get him the in-game experience. And as we saw last week against a top 5 defense in the NFL, he stepped up and showed the potential and the talent he has. Big win for Buffalo. I was impressed. I didn't think they had a chance. I was wrong. I eat crow. But it just goes to show you, double-digit underdogs in the NFL of 14 points or more have covered at a 71% clip. And I know sometimes it's hard just to take the points because you're like, oh, my God, that's going to be a blowout. But the value of the number in the NFL, these guys are professional athletes, and they're going to play hard because they get a paycheck. Credit to Buffalo.
I had it all figured out. I was going to watch the first hour of Buffalo, and then it'd be a blowout, and I'll begin watching Tiger. That completely, I'm running back between 2 TVs
Remote
all day
duty.
Sunday. It was crazy. And how about Tiger? If we can just step away just a little bit, how about Tiger?
You know how I feel about him. Okay, he's not a very good human being.
I know.
And he's trying to come back and show everybody that he's changed, but don't be fooled. He's still rotten to the core. He's always going to be rotten to the core. And I give him credit for the win, but I'll go on record right now and say it. He's not going to win another major.
Okay, all right.
He got a course he was comfortable on. He played well, made some putts, but he's not going to get all those players to play bad in a major that he needs to win. I mean, good for golf, but if people root for this guy who has just ripped on the small people of the world and only cares about himself, I can't root for him.
I am hearing, though. I don't know if it's just a rumor. It could be just a rumor, but if Kavanaugh goes down, Tiger's the next nominee for
well, Trump
Supreme
did
Court.
say it would be an hour after we would hear the name.
He's
so.
going to go quickly.
Listen, there is. I know it's funny, and it's funny it's a joke, but if they're coming after Ken, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that, I gotta laugh. That's funny.
Got it. All right, and then the Giants, the 4:00 game on Sunday, hosting New Orleans.
I'm going to take the Giants as a home dog. I've said it on your show for years. I will go against Eli as a favorite. I will take Eli as an underdog. They're getting 1.5, 2. I'm still not a believer in the Saints just yet. I think Eli and Beckham have a monster day against that Saints defense.
All right. Do you have a pick? Anything that you just cannot deny this weekend? A game you can't stay away from?
Not yet. Still digging. We're on a nice little tear here, 7-10 winning days. Turned it around last weekend, and we got a nice roll going. So we're still digging to make sure we keep this winning streak going.
Before you do anything, go to BrandonLang.com. Brandon, of course, the inspiration for the film 2 for the Money. Brandon Lang, we'll do it again next week. Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right. There you have it. Calling for the Bills to be for real here, that they have clicked.
And I told Jeff this, other than an injured Aaron Rodgers, there's not another good person on that team right now. I mean, their two young running backs are pretty good, and they've got decent wide receivers, but they just look awful.
Davey, as a Bills fan, going into this weekend, did you feel as I did that this was just going to be an awful long season?
I thought they'd be 0-3 by the time they went to Green Bay, but being 1-2, I'm totally shocked.
And optimistic, right? This is what we do as Bills fans. We get optimistic, and then they'll beat the crap out of us. And we get beaten down into the ground, and then it's back to crap again.
Well,
we need to know if
where we'll be.
Is Shady going to be playing, though? LaShawn McCoy? I know he had
the last time Green Bay and Buffalo played, because I was there, it was in Buffalo, Green Bay got whooped. So.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens this weekend. And, we had an amazing for me, last weekend, unbelievable. You had Syracuse, you had Buffalo, and Tiger Woods. And this weekend we're being set up for an awful Syracuse game, a horrible Buffalo game, and Brandon to be right about Tiger Woods.
And you got the Ryder Cup this weekend, too.
Right, that's my point. Tiger's playing this weekend, so could be an awful weekend.